Let's go. Happy Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? Everywhere, everywhere. Let's go, people. Happy Sunday. How are you? Let's go. Ooh, ooh. Why am I so dark in here? It is so dark. What's up, Randy Smith in the house? Welcome to the green room. Betsy, how are you? American hero in the house. Welcome back, my brother. How are you? Elsa, how are you? American hero, welcome back. Thank you for your service. Trevor, Hurd, Richard, how are you? He said, I'm doing well, puppy. Welcome back. Brother, yesterday I did something that I'd never done before. I came live at 1 in the morning. I went from 1 to 3. What is it, 1 to 3:30? Yeah, I'm not doing that again. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the drinking part. I just can't drink. They say you chug the Bud Light. I can't drink into the morning like that. I. It's not that I wake up fucked up because I still have to get up and do my jogging like I always do. But it's just like it's yeah it does a number on my body. I wish it was a girl that did that to my body. Whew. But nevertheless, always the more. Ladies, don't, ladies and gentlemen, don't try this at home. Don't try this at home. Woo! How you doing, American hero? Dun, 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 dun. Look at that clean, beautiful fucking glass. No bubbles. You know why? Because I washed it. I wash my own glasses. There's nobody else who's gonna wash anything. This one's for you, brother. Thank you, Dano, for today's beers donated by Dano. Dan the man. Cheers, Trevor. The Lighthouse. American hero. I'm a thirsty man. Thirsty son of a gun. What's up, Paul? JT in the house. Ismael Gonzalez. Tom Galarza. What's up, Danny Pintor? How are you? Stretch TikTok. How are you? How are you guys? Welcome to the green room, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Heineken Man. HeinekenMan.com. What's up, Gretchen? Oloring, all about mama, RPM. Kenny, what's up, Mr. Rhino? What's up, Zui? User 137704777131265. Jesus Christ. How the hell did I do that? I have no idea. Because I haven't. Solutions only. What's up? Ismael, Paul, Frank, Manny, B559. How are you? How are you guys? Is there a song you like to listen to? Phil O'Reilly, how are you? FM in the house. What's up, Steve? Kenneth Peck, McGarty, user 409472055. Daryl, what's up, Rudy? Reggie Matic. What are we doing today? Just drinking? What else is new? What else is new? This is one of my favorite koozies. I think I've showed you. I think I have shown people this. It's one of my favorite koozies. I don't like using koozies because I drink too fast. I don't. I make beer disappear. I don't know what's your super. I don't know what your superpower is, but I can't unless I'm out in a venue that the beer is too cold to hold. Then this will work would work perfectly. But other than that, I gotta pour my beers in a glass. And I don't do the whole let me pour the head. I stopped doing that a long time ago because you have to allow your body to burp. If you can't burp, then what the hell's wrong with you, right? This is a 16-ounce glass. If I am paying for a quart, I want my beer to be right at the very 16-ounce limit, and I poured a 16-ounce beer into this glass, and it should be right at the very fucking right. Not the five, not the 2 inch head, not any of that. No, no, you're just see that's 12 ounces, nicely poured, no bubbles, no head. Burp, bitch. That's all you gotta do. Whew. I make beer. I make beer disappear. I don't know what your superpower may be. See, there it is. Burp. Don't you want to feel the carbonation when it goes down? Right, a little that beautiful burn. But for some people, like to feel like they're drinking like uncarbonated water. I don't want to feel that. I like my carbonation. Wouldn't you want a carbonated drink? Dave Thomas, how are you? Gray, retired. Bob Schwell, Helena, to the bone, Helena. Donato Cedrone, buonasera, Donato. Right? Am I wrong? Do I drink differently than you? I think we should. I think we all drink the same. Yo, post from the asylum. Welcome back, my brother. Back in action, brother. Hell yeah. Listen, yesterday's episode from 1:30 in the morning to no, it was one in the morning to 2:30, 3:30. Yeah, I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing that again. I like this hour from 10 to midnight. I can deal with that. Then I get my 4 hours sleep, 4.5 hour, 5 hours sleep, wake up and go to work. But today was, I couldn't get my ass out of the house to go do my jogging. I'm like, dude, I gotta go. And even though I did go jogging, it was past my bedtime too. Today's jogging was so lethargic. Like I'm jogging and I'm thinking, why do I feel like I have cement bags on my legs? Like, oh my fucking. Then I came home and I was like taking a shower, almost falling asleep. I'm like, dude, and I slept just the same amount of hours that I always do. But today's body, it was like I felt like drained. Maybe I should do that and drain myself and drain my energy. But maybe I don't know. I don't want to. No, I don't want to go through that again. And we drank the same amount like any other night, maybe less, maybe less, maybe less. I got the vitamin H. The governor closed our office buildings due to flooding tomorrow. So Tuesday will be my Monday. Should we thank the governor? Should we thank the governor? That means you're getting paid for being closed down. You're being forced to take a holiday. So now is it possible flooding or flooding imminent imminent danger? I think it's better like that, right? Not to put anybody in danger. I think that's a very good call. I don't know what city you live in, brother, but I think some governors may be onto something. We got the shittiest one. We have Governor Newscom. Yeah, that motherfucker. That guy, bro. Yeah, we're on the losing end on that one. He is starting to pander, but hey, I I, I think he's one of the few that has. Nah, you know what? I can't say one of the few. Central Kentucky, our state capital, Frankfurt, is dealing with devastating flooding. Bro, what the? I visited Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Fort Campbell. I landed in. When I visited Fort Campbell, I landed in Memphis. No, I landed in Tennessee. Not Memphis, but the other place. I know I landed in Tennessee. Then my friend went to pick me up, and we drove into KY, Fort Campbell. I stayed Nashville. Yes, Nashville, Tennessee. Edwards, thank you, Edwards. I like Fort Campbell. That was a pretty nice place. Fort Campbell has been the only location where I have found a sushi restaurant that actually served Heineken. There was nowhere else. This is a restaurant. You know the Benihana restaurants? This was a Benihana, but it wasn't a Benihana. It was a Benihana sushi place, and they served Heineken. It was the best fucking experience, brother. This has to be. I kid you not. My son wasn't born yet, so this was June or July. I think it was June because it was my best friend's birthday at the time. I think June 2009. Yeah, yeah, 2009. My son wasn't born yet. My son was born 2009, but he was born in November. So I went a few months before he was born. Fif- 15 years ago. It was my best friend, her husband, husband's friend, myself. I think it was five. I think it was five adults and three kids. We all ate, brother. You know that the experience of the guy who does the thing. He throws the egg and he splits it with the spatula. The same fucking thing as Benihana, but it's just a some restaurant in Fort Campbell. Drinks, food, five people, five adults, three kids. I think our bill was like I don't know, like $89. You know, I'm like I got this, so I paid the bill and I left the tip. And my friend says, "Babe, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I got it. Don't worry." She's like, "How much? You're spending too much." I'm like, if you only knew how much I spent, not even close of what this would have cost in L.A. I think Los Angeles is California, if you will. I think California is the place where they just stick it to you, right? They stick it to you, bro. But look at now, Governor Newsom, minimum wage for restaurant workers, $15. Like, come on, bro. You can't even get a fucking order right. I said no pickles, and I got extra pickles. Yeah, I don't think so. What I would do, I would change the way the hiring process is. So at this time, at this point, everybody gets the better the better end of the stick, right? There were. It's like my man. If you ever find yourself in Frankfort, Kentucky, visit Ginza Hibachi. Incredible experience. Ginza Hibachi. That sounds good. There's a place here in there's a place here in downtown Burbank. What's up, Geek Ed. Geek Ed. There's a place in downtown Burbank that's called Giyu Giyukaku. But of course, you have to cook your own meal. You got to put the meat, and you know what, that experience. I like that experience. It's a you can't you can't go wrong with that. But then again, nobody wants to fucking cook their own food, right? I like that experience. Sushi, I like sushi. I would take my son to sushi almost every week. Yo, Daniel, let's go. Then for some reason, my son just became 15 years old, and he goes on about his duties. Thai food, I like Thai food. I like Thai food. I think Thai food is the best food that I've always enjoyed, Daniel. The Tom Yung Kung. You know that little thing where they put the fire in the bottom like a soup with the shrimp. That is so good. They put the zacate de limon, the lemongrass. Asians and Latinos really know how to cook with flavor. I think Asians. I think see spices come from that part of the world. You have to remember that, right? Where the spices were brought in by the Spaniards and all that shit. Latinos spices. The onion volcano, exactly. The onion volcano will always right give you that. They put the alcohol in the middle, Daniel, I think the only reason the Anglos don't know how to season their food, and when they do, they fuck it up. When have you eaten a steak that is actually a good steak? You have steak sauce, for God's sake. They have A1 steak sauce. Anglos use A1 steak sauce. Is somebody not cooking your steak properly? Do you have to add steak sauce to your shit? Brother, anybody who uses steak sauce needs to, please, somebody needs to fucking put him in the corner and say, listen, you are hurting. You are hurting the people who actually went out and about out of their way to cook that steak for you. And then you just, I, no, I can't do that. Even barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce, brother, I will try it, but I don't like barbecue sauce. Meat is supposed to be savored the way it is. Meat has its own fucking flavor. You don't need anything else. Rock salt, depending on how you cook it, if you cook it on the open fire, rock salt is all you need. I go to local Hispanic restaurants, even in Kentucky, they do incredible carne asada. But see, carne asada, I'm going to tell you this much. Carne asada, most Latinos like to use the fuck, what is it called? Ranchera. What about Buffalo Wild Wings with the traditional hot sauce? You know what? There's a Buffalo Wild Wings down the street that has the hottest sauce. You have to sign a waiver. I am willing to go there and sign that waiver and just try it because I don't think that shit is hot at all. Carne asada, brother, you can't go wrong with what did you say? Ranchera. Ranchera has its own flavor. I don't know how people tend to fuck it up. You if you overcook ranchera, it'll still taste amazing. You know why? Yo, Cheddar Biscuit says that outfit is badass. Thank you, brother. Ranchera can never lose its flavor. Even if you overcook ranchera, right, it becomes a little crisp. It'll still taste badass. It tastes amazing. You can't fuck up ranchera. But then again, the way the people you go out of the way to condiment the ranchera, they leave it out for 2 hours with oranges and I don't know what. Ranchera doesn't need anything. Meat should be, as long as the meat has the right amount of marble, right? The fat when it renders, brother, that is its flavor. People who use butter on top of a fucking steak, what are you doing? No, I don't do any of that bullshit. I'm not that white. I'm not that white. I'm Brother. When I lived in Brazil, that's all they would use: rock salt on top of the fucking steak, picanha, the steak. That's all it needs. When the fat renders, the salt penetrates the meat. Whatever the meat doesn't need, it just drips away from because you keep flipping it. It just melts. It just keeps. It already consumed what it needed, and then everything else will just melt away. Like it'll drip out of the meat, and you can't overcook. You can't overcook picanha because it'll give you that crisp outside. He said, "Bro, the fajitas and carne asada have me rethinking my border security ideologies." Fajitas, I know a place, right? My favorite Mexican restaurant up the street. Fajitas. I can go to three different restaurants that I know around the area. That $25 plate that everyone charges, the biggest portions will be at at the favorite restaurant that I have. Everybody else, they count the strips of meat, they count the strips of chicken, and because I like the mixed fajitas, right? They will count the strips of chicken, like four chicken, five meat, and then a bunch of shriveled up vegetables. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is this? 1999. I don't give a no nasty shit. That other place, brother, boof. Amazing. When it comes to fajitas, I like fajitas. Chimichanga and asada on the inside. What kind of meat is chimichanga? Chimichanga is just the I know it's the shredded beef, but what kind of is it brisket? My Mexican friend asked me to pick him up one of these Sundays. Remember I told you? He said, Gordo, pick me up. I'm gonna take you to eat barbacoa. When you hear the word barbacoa, you want barbecue, right? Chimichanga is a deep fried burrito with your choice of meat. I thought chimichanga I thought chimichanga was a type of meat. Like now you lost me, brother. I don't. So so chimichanga is a type of burrito. Is that what it is? Yes, steak, chicken, and shrimp. That is my favorite, brother. And this place gives you an an ample amount. The portions are fucking amazing. They deep. So is that what a chimichanga burrito is? They deep fry this motherfucker. They deep fry it and then they smother it with the sauce on top. But that's a burrito mojado. Dumb name. Are you in the Matrix movie? Are you in the Matrix movie? I took the red pill, bitch. I took the red. I, brother, I, I would say you're pulling my leg, but I think I. So chimichanga is a style of burrito, but not the meat. I thought chimichanga was a style of meat. That is crazy, bro. I think chimichanga in Florida means something else. I think. I'm not doubting you, bro. I think I'm doubting myself. I'm doubting myself. Yo pensé que chimichanga era el tipo de carne, no el estilo de burrito. That's fucking crazy, dude. You know, I was pull that up. I will hold on, Daniel. I was, I think I was 50 years old. Actually, it was last year. I was 49 years old when I found out that a California burrito has French fries in it. Because I met this individual. I met this individual that was sitting next to me. He was a black African American individual, and I went into the restaurant with a MAGA hat, right? So I go into the bar with a MAGA hat. So I take my hat off and I put it next to me when I'm drinking, right? And this individual, we spark a conversation, right? And he doesn't talk about the hat. He doesn't say anything about the hat. And then he says something that sparks my interest. And then I said, I bet you. I said, I bet you you're not even intimidated or offended by this red hat. And he says, bro, hey Meg, is your favorite beer Budweiser by any chance? Nah, not Budweiser. I would say maybe PBR. Maybe PBR. Budweiser? Nah. Meg, nice try, Meg. I like how you're. I love a good PBR. Yes, Heineken is Heineken. Heineken became my favorite beer. The Molcajete. I haven't had the Molcajete. Oh, so anyways, so um, I forgot his name, but I saved this number. Anyways, he says I'm here to pick up just a few drinks, he says, and I'm picking up a burrito for my son. He asked me to get him a California burrito. So the guy approaches him. He says, "Can I get you anything to eat?" He says, "Yeah, can I get the California burrito?" And he asked, Arturo behind the counter. He says, "Do you know what a California burrito is?" He says, "Yeah, the traditional burrito with the French fries in it." And I look at both of them. I'm like, "California burrito, is that what it is with French fries?" And they both look at me. It's like, "You didn't know that?" And I feel like the stupidest person in the world. Like, but at the same time, I'm like, why would the fuck would you put French fries in a burrito? Apparently, it's the thing in California, brother. That's why they call it California burrito. Meg, do you guys put French fries in your burritos? Fuck no, I don't do that shit. Maybe that place down the street from me, they make the best and most amazing breakfast burritos, but they use hash browns. Hash brown in a burrito, yes, not French fries. I guess depending how. What about tacos al pastor? Oh, tacos al pastor, bro. I love tacos al pastor. God, those are amazing. The other one, tacos de. What is the one with the puerco? Pastor y carnitas. The carnitas tacos, brother. Oh my god. I I'm gonna send you a picture right now of the tacos. Let me show you my tacos, bro. Daniel, let me show you my tacos, Daniel. Did I delete my fucking pictures? What an asshole. I deleted my tacos. What the fuck? Oh, here they are. No, those aren't the tacos, but those are still good. The salsa makes it or breaks it. Don Manuel at the restaurant where I go to, he makes the killer hot sauce, brother. He uses chile de árbol. That sauce, I don't know how it gets orange, but you would think it's what is that orange? Serrano. You would think it no Serrano, not. You would think it's um, the what is the orange pepper? That, but he doesn't use that. He uses chile de árbol, the habanero. Yes, the habanero. You would think it's a habanero, but it's not. Because Doug kept telling me he uses habanero for it, and I don't. And I said this is not habanero heat. So I asked him one day. I said, Don Manuel, what do you use? He says, "Oh, yo uso chile de árbol," and I'm wondering why is it fucking orange though? I never asked him, but listen. This is the level of heat that when you eat a sauce, I pour. If I can pour the whole container, you see my tacos, not Daniel. I pour the whole container on my tacos. That container will give you the amount of heat of probably the half the size, half the amount of a not tapatio, fuck, Tabasco bottle. Buffalo Wild Wings is losing business because so many pizza places sell wings now. Really, I love the heat, bro. I love the spicy. I love the capsaicin for me is like an energy builder. Like it speeds up my metabolism. I don't know why I feel like the more the heat, the better the body feels the next day. Right? Doesn't it? Don't you feel like you're energized? Listen, I'm gonna tell you, Don Manuel, the owner of that restaurant, one day he came out. It raises testosterone too. I'm pretty sure it does because I'm a fucking bull, bro. I mean, come on, you've heard my stories. He came out with a sauce one day. He had goggles on, like a shield, and he had gloves on. He says, "Oscar, try this sauce." And I'm eating my tacos, and I'm not eating this. And I look at Doug, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, Doug, this fucking sauce will put a fucking hole in your tongue. He says, "Let me see." So he puts his pinky in, and he says, "What the fuck?" He says, "How are you eating this shit?" Right? It gives you that adrenaline rush. I know, the more the better. So Doug looks at me. He says, "Dude, what the fuck?" And I'm pouring the shit on my tacos, and I'm eating this, and it just augments my, like, I become famished. Like, the more I taste it, the more I want to eat, because I can't just drink it, right? You have to eat something with it. So now I eat my three tacos, and I'm like, I need to eat something else because I this shit is. And brother, I sweat like I've been jogging. So now I'm damping myself in the back of my neck with a napkin, and you can almost squeeze water out of it. Now I'm drenched in sweat, right? And the owner comes out. He says, "So how is it?" I'm like, "Don Manuel, this is the hottest I have ever tried. Even the back of my head hurts." He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And I said, "I no 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 no." I said, "It's fucking amazing. I bet you can't top this one." He still hasn't topped that one. That he says, "You didn't like it?" I said, "No, I ordered three more tacos. I want to finish them my hot sauce." And he says, "My cook inside is Mexican." He says, "He eats chile, not the way you do." His son came out, Junior. And I go, "Junior, have you tried your dad's hot sauce?" He says, "Pfft, been there, done that." I said, "No, no, no. Your dad just made this one for me." So he grabs a chip, and I said, "Just use a little bit." He says, "Oscar, I'm Mexicano." And I said, "Junior, this is, I'm telling you, I'm giving you a warning." So then he goes, after a while, before he left, he goes, "My dad made this for you?" And I'm like, "I know, it's fucking hot, isn't it?" He's like, "No, dude, that's, you we would lose customers if we served that." Not this customer. That heat makes you rethink, reposition your right. See, as long as you're eating the hot sauce with food, it you it doesn't ruin the taste of the food, as long as you know that you enjoy capsaicin, right? As long as you enjoy the heat, the capsaicin, then your food would just taste better. That's the way I see it. If somebody says, "Oh, that fucking spicy shit ruined my food," then you shouldn't eat spicy, right? You should taste the spiciness and then eat the food. But you shouldn't add the spiciness and then try to eat it because you're like, "Oh, fuck, I didn't." No, you're doing it wrong. No excuses. And if it raises testosterone, I'm probably 75% agreeing with that comment. Now, if somebody serves you food that it's already condimented and spicy at their discretion, then yeah, there should be a sign saying this is very spicy. As long as somebody's giving you a hot sauce next to your food, if you fuck up your own plate, that's on you. Because you should always taste the heat of whatever you're about to add to your food. When somebody tells me, "Oscar, it's hot," I will pour that shit on top just for them to see. I want to see their eyes go, "No, you did, Oscar." And I'm like, and I would say, "That packs a punch." I will never say I don't feel the heat. No, I will always feel the heat, but I love the heat. So I'll start grabbing, I'll grab a napkin and say, dude, that is one fucking hot sauce. But I enjoy it. After 2 minutes, it dissipates. It just disappears. Remember the one hot challenge that I did over at the doghouse? They gave us six wings. One was gradually hotter than the next. There were six wings. So I ate the first wing, and this is all live. I think I recorded it on Twitch. Remember that? So I eat my first wing, and I'm thinking, yeah, it's nice and spicy. And I was drinking PBR at Doghouse. Second wing, I'm like, wow, okay, slightly hotter. Third wing, I'm like, okay, the level is rising. The fourth wing, I'm like, one, two, three, it's getting better. The fifth one, I don't think I've ever had a hotter wing in my life than what I had that day. Because my brain was telling me, dude, you can't finish the sixth one. But I'm thinking, God damn, this is fucking hot. So I keep looking around, and people have taken ice cream little tubs and shit because they already know what to expect, and I didn't know what to expect. But they're recording themselves eating the fifth wing, and they're like, "Yeah, I can't do the sixth one. I'm done. I can't even drink my fucking beer because it's too fucking hot." And I'm thinking, God damn, this is hot. It's never been this hot before. And I'm like, there is no fucking way that the sixth wing is hotter than the fifth one. There's no way that this. There's nothing spicier than this. So finally, I dap myself my forehead with a napkin, and I go for the sixth wing, and I just strip the whole meat off of the wing. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, what the fuck? They switched the fifth with the sixth with the fifth, or maybe they just do it because they want you to stop at the fifth one because you think the sixth one is going to burn you twice as hot. You cannot augment the fifth one. There's no way. There's hotter than the fifth one. There's absolutely no fucking way. So I kept looking at people and I'm like, are they finishing the sixth one? I'm like, you know what? I don't have time to go look. Who gives a shit? And I ate the sixth one and I'm like, what? This is like the second one that I ate. Like it lost its spiciness. And I think they do that for that same reason because they want you to just say, I can't do it anymore. I can't eat the sixth one. So you didn't finish the hot challenge. I don't know why I think that. Maybe they switched it. Maybe they didn't. But I'm like, because I even asked that burning heat followed by an ice cold beer. It's unbeatable. It won't go away. Have you noticed that when you drink something cold after the spicy shit, your tongue just becomes numb because there's no higher level of spiciness. You're like, holy fuck! Now my tongue is burning, but there's no heat because it's but you feel like you're quenching. You can't put out the fire though because the fire is on your taste buds, and you're like, okay, I feel like I'm thirsty, but I'm not. The heat doesn't go away. But it's not about the heat to go away. Listen, that dissipates. The next 5 minutes, it'll be gone. The more you go, exactly. It doesn't help, but at least you know you're keeping hydrated. Like, you know what? This is fucking amazing. I like this feeling. If you drink a cold beer right now, you'll feel the coldness on your tongue and around your palate and the back of your mouth. Those are the most sensitive parts of your mouth. So imagine you having that on fire, and then you add water to it, or cold water, if you will. It'll augment the pain that you're feeling, but at the same time, you're like, I'm a glutton for you feel better about yourself. You're like, I'm a glutton for punishment. Milk, yeah, but you don't see the thing is with spice. If you like spice, Daniel, like me, you don't want that spiciness to go away in its immediacy. Like you don't like you do it because you like it. Milk is not better. If you grab salt and you put salt under your tongue, that will make it go away twice as fast. But then again, I have discovered that I like capsaicin. I love the feeling of having that hot tongue, but it goes away eventually. It goes away. So those 3 minutes of thrill, like you're like, oh my god, this is fucking right. You're like, this is killing me, but at the same time, I'm loving this shit. Then it just goes away, and you're like, I want to do this shit again. It's like a roller coaster. That's what it feels like. Like you start sweating. Your forehead is full of water. The back of your neck is full of water. You're like, holy fuck. That's why I usually get the hot chicken wings, and it goes away fast. See, the only reason I don't like the hot chicken wings is because you have to touch that spiciness. Sometimes that spiciness, you may rub your eyes with your fingers and shit. Who gives a shit about you going to pee with the hot dick? Sometimes a hot dick will make you horny. You're like, holy fuck, I wanna fuck you like an animal. I wanna fuck you. Even if you wash your hands with anything spicy, the hottest sauce that is commercially sold, like in supermarkets, look it up. I don't think there's anything hotter than Tabasco scorpion sauce. I believe there isn't. Tabasco scorpion sauce, I believe it's one of the hottest sauces that is sold in at any supermarket. Cause I carry that with me everywhere I go, brother. And I give away bottles just for people to say, "Hey, bro, you bring your own hot sauce?" I'm like, "Taste this." They're like, "What the fuck? I'm Mexican, man. This shit is hot." And I'm like, I know exactly. I can eat serranos. I mean, come on, you see me eat serranos. I can eat jalapenos. I can eat all kinds of. I've even eaten the habaneros with you online when I'm live, and I'm like, yeah, it's hot, but it's not that hot. I've had hotter, and there is hotter. Even if you wash your hands, Daniel, with hot sauce, I mean, with all these shit that you're touching with your finger, no, fuck that. I would rather use gloves. But remember the time where I used to jog with my contacts? Now I have a prescription sunglasses that I can jog with. So there's no more putting contact lenses in my eyes. One day I rubbed what is that? What is that? Gay Bengay. I rub Bengay on my thighs and I rub Bengay on my calves. Because remember, I used to run the 60 miles on a Saturday or whatever the fuck it was. So I used to take care of my legs. So I put Bengay on my thighs, on my calves. But that one day I fucked up because I usually put in my contacts first and then I rub Bengay. But that morning I completely forgot about the which what I do first. So I put Bengay on my thighs. I put Bengay on my calves, and then I went to put in my contact lenses. Immediately, I had steamy eyes. I'm like, what the fuck did I do? I have Bengay in my eyes. Like, holy fuck! I said, if I take them out, it's gonna burn again. I need them in my eyes. Rather just spend the 2 minutes kind of, airing my eyes. So blink, 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 blink. Never again. Never again. Daniel, on the rocks. If you find this anywhere, on the rocks, this is the, what is this? The jalapeno pineapple margarita. Jalapeno pineapple margarita. If you find that at your local restaurant, your local supermarket, this should be like 10 bucks. But you mix this with, what did I mix it with? I mixed it with what? It was apple juice at first, but yesterday I mixed it with, what the fuck did I mix it with? It was amazing, bro. This one was the strawberry daiquiri. I mixed this with the lemon strawberry drink that was zero sugar. That was fucking amazing. Oh, were you here when I tried this last week? The new Corona Sun Brew. I was highly impressed. I was highly impressed. Highly, highly impressed. American Hero. That Corona Sun Brew. If you find it, if you find the tall can, buy that tall can. That is a beer. Summer is coming, and I think that is going to be one of the big sellers. Corona Sun Brew. I don't see myself drinking a six pack of that. Maybe one after a 4 mile jog. I'm gonna be in town. We gotta get it. We gotta get it. If you ever make it down to Los Angeles, the LA area, brother, tell me where you are. I'll go meet you for a beer. Oh shit! No fucking way. Your aunt Karen lives in Burbank, bro. We gotta meet up for a beer. Absolutely. My office is literally across the street from IKEA. IKEA is the biggest. The IKEA in Burbank is one of the biggest IKEAs in, I think, in all America, North America, South America, Central America. Sweeney Todd, thank you. Sweeney is odd. Thank you, Sweeney. Thank you, Sweeney. How are you? Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the tap tap tap. I appreciate it. Am I the only person on the whole internet, on the whole TikTok? Sweeney says, "How's your night of day so far, sir? Thank you for making it better. Thank you for being here." Am I the only one that has 80 followers and can go live? Remember when you needed 1,000 followers to go live? I only have 80 followers, and here I am going live on TikTok. How does that happen? Sweeney, only at 72, and they can go live too. I don't know why they changed it. Hey, I guess everybody deserves an opportunity to come live, right? No more. Also at 72. Okay. The first time I created an account, remember when they needed 1,000 followers? I met this one guy on TikTok. We became friends for like 2 weeks. He said, "Bro, there's an app that that cultures your followers. So one night I had a hundred followers, and then 3 nights later I had 1,500 followers. But he paid for that. So he says, I will get you to 1,000 followers. So he did, right? And I was always thankful for him. One day, remember the whole story about this one guy that we met online? We drank a few times. We went out, but his, I mean, we agreed on almost everything, bro. I kid you not. But he was always, I mean, like me, I like a healthy argument, but his arguments became unhealthy, and he's always wanted to prove his point, but never accepting that, defeat. Okay, you prove your point. Move, let's move on. No, he always wanted to prove his point for some fucking reason. And the last time he tried, he like, bro, no. The last time it just that one just I don't talk to him anymore. I don't need him in my life. I never needed him in my life, but we met and we had great fucking times. We went to brunch. I don't think I've ever told you this story. We met at this one bar in downtown Burbank, and we're having drinks. And this place only sells craft beer, right? So I tell the bartender, I said, bartender, let me ask you this. I'm a Heineken drinker. Do you have a beer that resembles anything close to a Heineken? But I don't want anything that resembles a fucking shampoo, right? He says, yeah, that's pretty much all our beers. And I said, okay, do you have PBR? He said, well, I don't have PBR. I'm like, I want to stay here, but I want to give you guys a chance to, give me a beer. So the guy says, try the Irish red, whatever the fuck it was. So I'm having this beer. I'm like, okay, this is pretty good. So we stayed at this bar for like 4 or 5 beers each. In between that, in between that, there was a guy that came in twice, and I remember seeing his face. And then all of a sudden, the same face is laying in front of us. Like I don't know if he's having convulsions, but we're like looking at him and we're looking down, and there's people around us. They're like, "What the fuck is happening?" And I'm like, "Sir, do you need a beer?" And then all of a sudden, somebody starts giving him CPR, and I'm like, "Holy fuck! This shit is serious." In 3 minutes' time, we have we have EMT on site, we have fire department on site, and then for some fucking reason, everybody who heard me say, "Hey, sir, do you need a beer?" Everybody who heard me say that, they start coming up to me and say, "You are such a fucking asshole." And I'm like, "What were you doing to make the situation better? You were panicking. What the fuck am I supposed to do? I was having fun with my situation. Like, I'm having fun with my friend here. We're having beers." 3 or 4 people walked up to us and says, "You guys are fucking assholes." I said, "What the fuck did you do, bitch? Were you doing anything in the meantime?" At least I fucking tried to revive him with a fucking beer. So the bartender says, "Hey, bro, you know what? That's pretty fucking funny. Fuck these assholes." He says, "You know what? Your next beer is on me." And these people were fucking, "What did you do, bitch? At least I offered the guy a beer. Can I get you a beer before you die?" I don't know. Because I didn't know what else to fucking do. This guy just fell in front of us. And I'm like, "What the fuck? Sir, do you need a beer?" Right? I'm not going to say, "Hey, bro, don't fucking fall here." I kid you not. They revived this motherfucker. I don't know if they gave him Narcan. I wasn't there. I mean, he was right there, but I'm like, you know what? I'm having my beer this way. This guy, I don't even know. If he dies, he dies. If he goes, he goes. If he stays, he stays. Right? It's one of those fucking things. It's like fucking regular Tuesday here. So he revives, and they make him sign a waiver like he doesn't want to go with the EMTs. He doesn't want to go to the supermarket. Yo, Juicy in the house. Welcome back, my brother. He never goes with the EMTs. He doesn't want to go to the hospital. So they make him sign his waiver, right? If you die, you die, bitch. We give an opportunity. So he stays. But the bartender no longer serves any alcohol to this guy. And that's my fucking story. How you doing, Juicy? Welcome back, Flocky. What are you doing over there? I'm doing the same thing. I don't have any PBRs though. I only have Heinekens today. Tasty Heinekens. You give me the text, man. Are you working overtime? Is that what you're doing? So now let me ask you this. And I think I forgot to ask you yesterday. Did you finally make it again? Oh no, you did. Never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind. I was the drunk one. You told me you were looking for me. Yeah, never mind. You went back to the bar to look for me. Fuck. I wish I would have kept in touch with you, brother. I would have been there and we would have drank another beer. We would have fucking had so much fun. That was amazing, brother. It was amazing meeting you. I hope we can do it again. Hopefully we don't lose track of each other this time. Jeremiah, thank you, Jeremiah. How are you? No, let me ask. I don't think I asked you yesterday. So are you? Did you travel with a girlfriend or no more girlfriend? Or you have a new fiance? What is it? Yeah, new fiance. She wasn't having it. You still hanging out with that lady? Yes, I'm still hanging out with Claudia. Yes, Claudia is she's amazing, bro. I don't love her. I do when I see her. We have the greatest fucking times. There aren't many women out there who squirt the way she does. There are not many women that I know that squirt like holy fuck. That is an art. That is an art. That is an art. Ooh, she paints my canvas. He said waterfall, mate. Ooh, I fell into that water. That is such an amazing thing. I've never experienced that in my fucking life. Never. I remember the first time I met you. I'm telling you, the first time I met her, how I'm down on my knees and I'm eating this forbidden fruit, and I feel this waterfall down my chin. She says, "Oh my god." Yeah, I when I'm drunk or half sober, whatever you want to call it, I never hold back. Then again, I never hold back, even when I'm sober. She said, "Why would you share information like that?" I'm like, I just imagine my life experience. Imagine my life experience. My first time experiencing anything like that. I was like, "What the fuck? Did this really happen?" Like, I feel water coming down my chin. I'm like, "Holy shit! This is ridiculous. I need goggles and a mask and a snorkel and a snorkel. I gotta come up for air. I almost drowned. Baby, you almost drowned me." Claudia. She lives in Vegas. I don't live in Vegas. You got your own water gun. She has her own water gun. I don't have it. She does. I know how to trigger it though. I know how to trigger it. Why do I have a finger up? It's two fingers. It's two fingers. Oh my god, that is fucking hilarious. That is so fucking stupid. Uh, Brother, you met me in real life. I am the same guy, right? People think because I come on camera, I am one person, and when I'm in real life, I'm a different person. I'm the same guy. You met me. You met me in real life. I'm the same guy, right? You can attest that. Juicy, juicy. I when I met you, brother, he said I can vouch for that. When I first met you, brother, you came to the bar and says, "Hi, Mike. Can I get a beer, Mike?" And I said, "Hey, where are you from?" I said, "I'm from Australia, Mike." No, but you didn't say Mike. You used the word. You used another word, not mate. You used another word, and I forget what it was. But anyways, I said, "Can I buy you an American beer that you will enjoy?" And I said, "I will buy you." No, I said, "Let me treat you to an American beer that you I want you to enjoy." You said, "I tried Budweiser," and I said, "Eh." You said, "Eh," and I said, "No, no, no." I said, "You haven't tried what's good. This is one of the best American beers." And I told Ron. Ron was our bartender. I said, "Ron, can you give him a PBR?" And you down that fucker like "Duk, duk, 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 duk." You're like, "Holy shit, this is a good beer, Mike." It wasn't mate. You said another word. But anyways, brother, the minute I saw you, like, I know he's gonna like this beer. Out of all the bars in Vegas, you reckon the bar that bar is the most amazing bar anywhere, brother. I kid you not. And mind you, we were at the wrong bar. I'm like, that bar that we were at, that's the back side of the bar. The front bar is the best place to be. See, I usually follow the bartenders. That night it was, oh no, that was Barry. Barry was my bartender. So I follow Barry. Wherever he goes, I follow Barry. Barry's one of the best bartenders. Then of course I met Wesley. Then I met Ron. Wesley, look, Wesley, these are the best bartenders at that bar. Wesley number one, Barry number two, which I met Barry first, but Wesley took over. Wesley, Barry, Ron, Scotty, Jamie, Kevin. Kevin is probably number six. Am I on Instagram? Yeah, same thing. The Heineken Man. At the Heineken Man. I am the Heineken Man everywhere. Heineken Man on TikTok. Well, TikTok is the HeinekenMan.com. That's my webpage. The Heineken Man on Instagram, the Heineken Man on TikTok, the Heineken Man on anywhere else. I mean, Heineken Man on X. Barry. The other great bartender, Triple X. You said Triple X. I I do have an I do have an OnlyFans account. I do have an OnlyFans account, but I have no content there. I only have one video, and it's one of the X-rated videos that I made with this black girl that I met in Vegas at the bar. It's one of the craziest stories that I've ever had in Vegas. how I met her, how everything happened, how we recorded each other. It was the fucking craziest. That has to be one of the craziest sex stories that I have ever lived. I think it was the week that you were there. The following, no, 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 it wasn't. It wasn't because Claudia wasn't there. I went back another week, another month, another whatever the fuck it was, and I was at the front bar. I had two Canadians next to me to my left, but there was nobody to my right and nobody to my. Valentino. Yes, I got you, bro. I got you. I got your message. So this night, this afternoon, I come downstairs and I'm drinking my beers, and there's two Canadians on my left hand side, right? And we spark a conversation. We're talking about sports. We're talking about politics, whatever the fuck. And I think Joe Biden was the president. And you're like fucking Sleepy Joe is fucking the whatever, blah blah blah. So I'm like, gentlemen, I leave with $100. I'm gonna come back with at least $400. So I go to the first machine, put the money in, and I come back with like 476. The guy says, "You were back in like 5 minutes," and I said, "Look at my ticket. I put $100 in. My ticket says 476." The guy says, "What the fuck? What do you play?" He said, "What do you play, brother?" I said, "I play roulette." So I said, "Hey, bartender, everybody on my left gets a beer," which is the two guys that I know, right? So on the other side of the bar, I hear, "Thank you," and I look to the left and I'm like, "Yeah, how could I forget you and your husband?" And this is a beautiful black lady, right? And she says, "No, no, 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 no." She says, "I'm not here with my husband." Okay, you and your I don't want to speculate, right? I can't say your wife. I said, "Who are you here with?" "Well, with my cousin." I said, "Bartender, a beer for my two friends and the beautiful lady and her cousin." So I'm talking to the guys, right? And then all of a sudden I can hear in the background somebody saying, "Thank you, Heineken man. Thank you, Heineken man." And I don't know where the message is coming from. And I look up, and it's this beautiful black girl with green eyes. And I immediately lock eyes with her and I'm like, no fucking way. And I look at her, even the song lowers when I need to say something important. So I look at her and I said, "Will you be looking at those? Will you be looking at me with those eyes when I'm on my knees?" I don't know why I said that. And she says, "What?" And I said, "I got a key for you. Listen, that is all I said." She said, "What?" And I said, "I have a key for you." She came to get the key, and she says, "Are we doing this or not?" And I'm thinking, and in my head, I'm like, "This is like one of the craziest fucking Vegas stories that will ever be fucking told." So she goes and tells her cousin, "I got his key. I'm gonna go up with him." So I can hear her cousin say, "Come here." So I go up to the cousin says, "You want to have fun with my cousin?" And I said, "I think your cousin wants to have fun with me, but I guess it goes both ways." She says, "You mind paying for our tab?" I said, "No, no, no, absolutely not." I said, "No, no, I'll take care of you guys. I'll take care of you ladies." I said, "Hey, can we close her up? Put it on my tab. Here's my." Her cousin records us all the way up to the location. She goes into the hotel room. She says, She tells her cousin, "You're safe. There's nobody here." I'm like, "Oh, is that what you were doing? I thought you were just recording for the fun of it." She said, "No, gotta make sure that there's nobody in here." I'm like, "No, no, there's not gonna be any gang bust happening here, brother." I gave this woman the best hour of her fucking life. Amazing, amazing, amazing shit. That was the craziest event that has ever happened to me in Vegas. Like from buying somebody a beer to going upstairs with the beautiful green-eyed girl. Like what the fuck? Heineken, baby. That's Scotty. That's Scotty. Yes. That is exactly the fucking bartender, bro. That's Scotty. Scotty is so much fucking fun, bro. Scott, that's Scotty. That is Scott. That same place where you were at. Let me tell you Scotty's. Let me tell you Scotty's story. So you were there in the morning. So now you know Scotty was there with you, right? Next to Scotty, there had to have been this little short little dude with the red hair. That is Kevin. So Scotty was there in the one morning, but Scotty has this fucking thing where he's OCD and he'll show it only if you pay attention to how he does shit. His mats are always coordinated, right? They're facing the same direction on both sides of the bar. Because you were at where they come in from the outside of the restaurant, where the door is at, right? Oh, he's a great bartender. So now I noticed that he had his scouring pads faced a different his direction, right? And I kept looking at him. I'm like, yeah, he's OCD like me. Like he needs to have certain shit facing a certain direction, or else he loses his shit. So Kevin, the smaller dude, I said, Kevin, can you do me a favor? Can you fuck with your bartender friend? Can you flip these mats to face one the opposite direction and these two? And he says, "Oh, you noticed too." He said, "Oh, you caught on to him, huh?" And I said, "I want to see his reaction." It took him like 5 minutes to figure it out, but when he finds out, he points at me and he says, "Motherfucker," he says, "You are cut off." And I keep looking at him. I'm drinking my beer, and I'm like, "Excuse me, sir." I said, "What is wrong with you?" He says, "You know what? Fuck you." He says, "I'm not gonna fucking serve you." So he says, "Hey, Kevin, this motherfucker is cut off," and I'm still keeping my right. I'm not mad. I'm not laughing. I'm not doing anything. And I'm like, brother. I said, I think you should take a chill pill, bro. Because right now, I think you're having a fit. You're attacking the wrong fucking person. I don't even know who the fuck you are. But what is wrong with you? I said, do you need to take a break? So now I'm messing with him, right? Twice as much. And I said, what are you accusing me of doing? I don't know what the fuck your problem is. I've been sitting here drinking my beer, minding my own fucking business. He says, motherfucker, I saw you move these fucking mats. And I said, what mats? These fucking mats. And I'm like, oh. And I said, you know what? You have cameras here, brother. You know what? If you find me moving these fucking mats, I will fucking pay for your annual salary. I don't know how much you make a year, but I will pay your fucking annual salary if you see me moving any of these fucking mats. So I can see him getting more fucking anxious, right? Angsty. So his bartender friend, I can hear him fucking laughing next to him. And his friend says, "Hey, see, thank you for the follow, see." Then Scotty says, "Hey, bro, I want to apologize." I said, "You don't have to apologize for anything, bro. Your friends were having fun with it, but I asked him to do it." He said, "Oh, I knew you were that motherfucker." You know what? Ever since Scotty and I mean, I was never his best friend, right? But we were never foes. But when you're OCD and somebody catches on to that shit, somebody will have a fucking parade with it. I know I did, and I was just having fun, right? Seeing him crumble within himself because he didn't know who was fucking with him, but he could only point his fingers to me because his coworkers, he never thought about his coworkers to do that with him, but they helped me do it for him. That kid Scotty, motherfucker, what are you doing? Get back to work, brother. Cheers. Be safe. We'll keep in touch. Thank you, Valentino. Thank you, Tina. Yeah, I met Tino. Tino, when you see if you ever see Tino, we may see Tino again somewhere in Las Vegas or anywhere in the fucking world. I'm 5'6", 5'7", brother. Tino has to be like probably 6'1" or 6'2". He's a big fucking dude, probably twice as thick as me, and I'm pretty sure he drinks twice the beer that I do because he looks right. Oh, bloke. That's what he called me. Hey, bloke. Bloke. He looks twice as yoked as I do. Like he's right. He plays fucking rugby, so you already know. If you know, you know. That's what he called me. Yes, I forgot the word bloke. Hey, bloke. It's either mate or bloke, right? Bloke. Yeah, that's what you call me. I remember that word now. Bloke. Because I was gonna say bloated, but it's not bloated. It's yoked. Like he's fucking strong. Like he looks. Oh, he looks like he'll pick you up and break your fucking back if he throws you. Yeah, he'll fucking recycle you. Yeah, he looks like a fucking football player. Yeah, Tino. Tino, it's so good seeing you again, Tino. I know he left already, but anyways, he'll come back to this video. 11:37. Where are we at? An hour 23 minutes. You know, I know you have questions. Probably somebody who was probably landed here the first time is saying, "Did this motherfucker drink every fucking day? Is he making videos every night drinking?" You know what? For the most part, yes. I like to have a good beer and drink with you. Drink with you, but not drink with myself or by myself, even though I'm by myself. But I'm drinking with you because I'm talking to you. Have I ever gotten drunk to the point where I fall off this chair? Yes. Yes. Yes, I have. I'm not gonna fucking deny it. And there's videos of it. Have I have I obscured those videos? Maybe. Maybe the first maybe the last two I did because I fell in asleep in Vegas. Maybe I don't remember. If I left them up or not. Anybody who has video of me falling, listen, I do this. There's no shame in being an alcoholic and just having fun with it. Because I never said I wasn't an alcoholic. Are we alcoholics? We're drinking beer. Of course we are. Am I a functional alcoholic where I can say, hey, you know what? I gotta stop drinking. I gotta sober up. I gotta get some sleep. I gotta get to work. take my kid to school in the morning. Is that a functional alcoholic, or is that just a? I had the word ready. Responsible alcoholic, or am I just fucking responsible? A responsible motherfucker who says, "Hey, I've had enough. I've had enough beers. You know, I have a nice buzz. I need to go to sleep. I need to go wake up, take my kid to school. Responsible. My son has seen me, you know, sleeping on the fucking couch. He's like, "Oh, Papi, I walked in. You were like completely gone. Gone as in, what do you mean? No, you were asleep. Okay, completely gone. It's like when I'm at the fucking table. Like if I finish here drinking with you guys, and I may end up on the dining room table trying to eat something, but I'm too fucking wasted. Yeah, I hate when he finds me like that. But at the same time, I'm like, I can't. Right? I can't walk on eggshells. He knows I drink. There's no shame. There's no shame in being yourself. Opa. Opa. I gotta take a leak. I gotta take a pee pee. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Opa. It's a good song, isn't it? It's a great fucking song. Opa. Opa. Yo, Toxic Outlaw, how are you? Yo, Toxic Outlaw, how are you? Welcome to the green room, baby. How you doing? Chilling, drinking? Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. Let's fucking chill and drink together. Hello, the Heineken man, baby. Honey Homo. Oh, Henny Momo. Sorry. Henny Momo. Oh my God, how the fuck are you doing? Thank you for being here. Chilling, drinking. I'm chilling, drunken. I'm chilling. Got some classic cars. If your folks want to see them, my folks don't live here in the United States. My folks live in Honduras. I make beer disappear. What's your superpower? Oh, my community. I am in Burbank. Where you at? Toxic Outlaw. Ohio. Fucking A. One of my good friends lives in Ohio. I don't know where the fuck he lives. I know he lives up in the boonies in Ohio. Let me see. Let me find out. And where does he live? Let's find out. Hold on. Where does my friend? Where does my friend? No, where's my friend? Where's my friends? My friends. My friends. People you may know. Why does this? What is this fucking thing? Always? No, my friends. Okay, here we go. My friend lives in. My friend lives. Waynesville, Ohio. Waynesville, Ohio. Close to you? Is that where? Is it close to you? Yeah, he's from Costa Rica. He lives up in, and I know it's not Waynesville. I think he lives close to it, but that he Waynesville is where you usually do the some kayaking, right? Some kayaking events. I like drinking. I like hanging out with people, brother. And I think the reason I do this more than I how the fuck do I request that? Okay, here you are. Here you are.
Hey, howdy, man.
Hey,
What's
what's
up,
up,
brother?
brother?
How you doing?
Getting fucked up. What about you?
Well, we're certainly working on it.
what are you drinking over there?
It's just some Bud Ice.
Hey, it works for me. I enjoy PBR, brother.
PBR is all right, but here, check out the Beast.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. I can't see your shit. Hold on. How do I lock? How do I see your
You
shit?
have to you have to expand my box, so you have to click on me and click expand. It's like a square type icon.
Oh shit! What is this? Is a GT?
It's a 1972 Chevy Nova.
Fuck, that is a big
This one
animal.
over here, 1970 Chevelle.
What?
Badass cars, ain't they?
Pristine
That
condition.
one right there. That one right there. 454 big block with nitrous. No power
Look at the
steering.
fucking. What are those 24s?
I think they're like 13s.
13. They look like
13s
fuck.
in the front, 14s in the back.
Jesus Christ. It's like a fucking Forerunner,
It's
right?
a piece, dude. It's a
Wow.
piece. I'll show you the inside, man. This is my favorite car right here. That silver one.
So you. What? Damn. Look at that. On the right hand side.
Right there's your nitrous button. It's a damn beautiful car. Even the overhead lamp still works.
So you do your own work.
Yeah, I do my own work.
God
Matter
damn.
of fact, I got the original motor out of the
That's an art right there, brother.
numbers match the thing. Original motor. Yeah, they're pretty badass, ain't they?
Oh my god, that's the thing, dude. Those are fucking amazing cars. Wow, those are
That's
beauties,
why I wanted
dude.
to come up and show you, man. I thought we'd chill, have a drink, show off some cars. I'm also a
Exactly.
huge nerd, man. I don't know if you like anime, but I got it tattooed all up and down my arm, man.
That's crazy. Those are some vivid colors. I like those. Pastels. I like those. Yeah, yeah,
Man,
yeah.
I always go for colored ink, man, because it's prettier. Like, it's more interesting. It pops more.
Yeah. I'm a fan of tattoos, but not on me.
In the big box.
That's me.
Yeah. Go put yourself back in the big box, brother. I don't want to take your show from you. I just want to come up and chat.
Oh, I like your show right there, dude. Listen, I was watched Gone in 60 Seconds. You know the movie with Nicolas Cage.
Gone in 60 seconds. Yeah, man. Yeah.
So when I see your cars, it's like, dude, yeah, I'm like fucking watching you trying to boost them cars. That's what I boost them cars.
My buddy, actually, he calls me the real life Dominic Toretto.
Brother, if you can,
You know Fast and Furious?
yeah, of course. If you can do that to the car, listen, brother, I don't have that art. I don't have that art. If you can keep up your thing, brother, listen, that is fucking amazing. I love cars like that. I just don't have any knowledge on cars, but I love cars. When I see like Gone in 60 Seconds and what they do with the cars and everything, anybody who can keep the cars running for the
I'll
longest.
show you the engine of the silver one.
The silver one is what 1970. You said what 19? Oh my god, carburetor! Look at that.
1972.
Sure.
Old as shit. It was my grandfather's car, so I have a real attachment to this one.
But now go back to that intake. Go back to that intake. Have you done anything to that intake like the original?
Yeah, it's an all new motor. Because the original motor is way over there. The original motor, numbers matching to this car, is on that stand back there.
Right. Oh, okay.
This is a new motor.
Look at that carburetor. Look at that air filter. Oh my god. Now,
Look right here.
do you have to change the needles on the intake or do you keep the originals? Oh shit. Never mind.
Nitrous.
Never mind. Fuck the needles.
That's a bad fucking mix right there, brother.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm worried about fucking.
No, but this over here is the original from 1972. The numbers all match. That was the motor that came out of that car in 1972 off the factory line.
Wow. That is crazy, brother. When I see parts and shit like that, I I I I, I will never know where parts go, and people who take engines apart and rebuild them and do shit like what you do, brother. That amazes me.
Engine's no different than anything you got inside you. They all do a certain function. It's just like you gotta look at a car engine just like you would
A body.
a system from the human body, you know. But no, that was his car. It was my grandfather's car.
Lone Campbell.
Shit's scary, man. It's scary to drive because it had a lot of fucking power, dude.
The torque, huh?
Shit, that silver car right there would put that Fast and Furious Charger to shame.
You're talking about movie in real life. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Hey, take your big box back though, man. I don't want to take the show.
Movies ain't shit, brother. You know what I mean.
Oh yeah, movies ain't shit, man. There are some real good ones, you know, like Gone in 60 Seconds. Of course,
Right, I like that one.
All you gotta do to take your box back is hit me and hit the shrink icon. Then we'll go back to how we were. There you go.
Jesus Christ.
Heineken Man, he's back again.
I'm an amateur at this, brother.
No, it's all good. I'm gonna bring you some of my people in here because you a cool dude.
Thank you, bro.
You real fucking cool, dude. You sitting there just big chilling. You got the big old sunglasses on.
My Heineken collection.
Yeah, that's fucking insane, dude. You got the basketballs. That's crazy. I like that.
Go on the HeinekenMan.com.
Even the neon.
Everything.
I gotta see more of that neon right behind you, man. That little neon with the Heineken logo. Ooh, that's bad.
I think I have the biggest Heineken memorabilia collection that anybody has ever collected. At least I think so. The HeinekenMan.com. I think so.
Oh, you got the HeinekenMan.com. You really the big kahuna.
This is just like fucking 200 items of out of I don't know. I probably have 1,000 items. Like I can.
only turning my camera off so I can smoke because I don't want to get you in trouble for smoking on live.
Oh, we can't even see you.
Yeah, because I turned it off so you don't get in trouble.
Oh, I see.
But I'm still here.
They used to.
Look like you got a good pour right there, man. Good pour in your hand. That beer.
This is a 12 ouncer.
Well, cheers, brother.
I make beer disappear. What's your superpower? What's your superpower?
I think mine's the same as yours.
You ready?
Yeah, yeah. Damn, he done the whole thing too. Heineken Man is legendary. You know, I will turn my camera back on for a second because I have one of the oldest pieces of Budweiser memorabilia ever.
Oh, I want to see this.
The Search for Budman. Label cut off the fucking box.
That is crazy. What the fuck? Now,
Yeah, dude, the search for
now
Bud, man,
hit.
there ain't.
Now, if you hit your camera, the three little buttons on the bottom, and hit mirror, so we can read the words.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
There we go. Search for the Heineken or for the Bud Man. That's crazy.
Yep. Search for the Bud Man. I also got an RC Cola thermometer right there.
RC Cola. There's
Yep,
nothing.
RC Cola.
There's nothing better than RC Cola, brother. I think RC Cola takes the best before Pepsi. Fuck Pepsi.
Now, I like my Pepsi, don't get me wrong, but RC Cola, that was a Coke. That's old school.
You're a Pepsi man.
Yeah, I'm a Pepsi man now, but RC Cola, I always love my RC Cola.
I've always liked RC Cola, you know, but I'm a
RC
Coca. I'm a Coca-Cola man, brother.
It's been around for so long. It was around for so long before Coke, before Pepsi. RC Cola was just kind of there,
and it's still there,
and it's still here, and it's the cheapest soda on the market still.
RC Cola.
99 cents for a 2 liter.
Really? Oh, of course, you live in Ohio.
Soda out there.
Not in California.
Oh, in California, everything's more expensive.
We used to have a store called Safeway. Safeway was the so we still have Ralph's. We used to have a back in the 80s. We used to have Ralph's, Hughes Market. There's still a few. Um, Holy shit!
Let me ask you, how old do you think I am, brother?
You're like mid 30s, 34, 35.
A little younger.
Really?
28.
Okay, 30s. I would say I would have said 31,
Just
30.
about around 30. 28.
28. That's you're young, bro.
My folks always said I should have been born in the 70s.
I am glad I was born in '75, brother, because I don't see myself living in any other era. I just turned 50 years old.
Yeah, dude. I still listen to that music, fucking classic rock, Ozzy Osbourne.
Me too. I love every single bit of it.
I hate all this new music, man.
But it's not music. It's just a fucking bunch of noise and body parts.
It's
right?
just noise.
Nigga, 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 tits, ass, and nigga, nigga, nigga. That's all it fucking says.
There's no passion behind it anymore.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing, brother.
That's why my folks always said I was born in the wrong era. I grew up with that kind of, they brought me up with that music.
Did you tell them you should have fucked earlier? You should have fucked earlier.
Hell, I don't like new cars. You can keep your Jaguar, your fucking McLaren, your Lamborghini. I don't need none of
all that shit is nasty, bro. Trust me.
Give me my classic metal beast like I got in the garage right now.
You know, the first car my father gave me was a Ford Mercury Zephyr, 1976.
Ooh, good car.
This motherfucker was like, it's like a Tonka car. I had people hit me.
Good car. I bet it was solid.
Yes, but see, the only reason they changed the metal in the car was because of that same fucking reason. Because if you hit any other car, you would kill that person. So now cars are made of fiberglass, but the body inside, the body outside, the body inside the body, the fiberglass is you can't, right? It won't kill you.
Right.
Because everything outside.
It will if the crash is too severe.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
There's a lot more safety.
Yes.
Behind it.
So when my father gave me this Mercury Ford, no, it was a Ford Mercury Zephyr, 1976. I was driving this fucking big, I call it the lanchon, like a big fucking boat, driving down in Tegucigalpa, Honduras. I'm in Honduras, right, in my high school years. Imagine a 16-year old driving this big fucking car. I never hit anybody. People will fucking hit me while I was parked. Oh, I didn't see you there. Like, dude, how can you not see a big fucking car next to you? People would, when they would, I would be parked this way. They would come out and drive out. Their bumper would just come off, and I was like, dude, I'm parked next to you. How did you not see me? Listen, I would rub off the 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 rubber from their bumper. No dents, and their bumper would just fall off and shit. I was like, what the hell? It was like a Tonka car for big kids.
It was built well.
Yes.
But no, Honduras, I've heard it. Honduras is a beautiful place. I've heard.
Yeah, it used to be better. Now politics got involved, and all these places are fucking corrupt as shit. I wish
But
everybody.
I'm talking about like scenery
Oh,
wise.
senior wise, yes, 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 yes. But now, see,
I've heard it's very beautiful.
Salvador became a better scenery because of its president. You can go to Salvador. I think they have the best everything when it comes to security, locations, beaches, and everything. Because MS used to run that fucking country. Now you can go there, brother. You can walk with your cell phone in your hand, and nobody will fucking try to steal shit out of your hand. Honduras, you try to do that, you won't have a cell phone. You won't have a cell
Yeah.
phone. So there's certain countries in Central America where you can go, like Costa Rica. Everybody goes to Costa Rica because it's one of the safest countries. It had been one of the safest countries that you can go visit because it has the landmarks, the beaches, the treks, the kayaking, and all that.
I've heard
Now
it's very beautiful.
now El Salvador took number one place out of all of 501 Belize, 502 Guatemala, 503 Salvador, 504 Honduras, 505 Nicaragua, 506 Costa Rica, 507 Panama. So out of all those, El Salvador is the safest place to be if you are a tourist. Then it's Costa Rica. Then it's Panama. 505,
Hell
you have the Sandinistas in Nicaragua. Honduras has been one of those places where even I'm from Honduras, brother. I don't want to go back. Their toxic laws and their toxic ways, their toxic presidents, the corrupt shit. I'm like, you know what? Fuck all that. And I'm not the political guy, but at the same time, you have to become political when you say certain things because Honduras has always received funds from the United States, but now
yeah.
the presidents always say, you know what? We're not going to do this thing or the next, or they want the. There's a big there's a big U.S. base in Honduras. That's where the airport is based at now, Palmerola. But it's always been paid for by United States for the same fucking reason because the United States has always found a way to, get the priorities straight. That is one of the biggest Air Force bases in Central
Well,
America.
I hate to get political, brother, but the last 4 years before our most recent election, man, they didn't know what the hell they were doing.
Oh no, fuck Joe Biden, bro. Please, come on.
Joe Biden is a fucking pushover zombie that nobody wanted.
Joe Biden was worse than fucking Obama. Obama fucked us
But
for
you
8 years straight.
I gotta stand with my big Donnie T. You know what I mean?
Where's my fucking MAGA hat?
He wants what's best for everybody.
Where's my MAGA hat? Hold on. Hold on. I got a MAGA hat here somewhere. Hold on. I gotta take a leak. Hold on.
Yeah, brother. You my kind of people.
Hold on. Don't go anywhere. I gotta find a MAGA hat. Hold on.
Oh, I'm not Oh, hey Kenny, how you doing, brother? If you're still in here, Kenny, man, I hope you're doing well.
Where the fuck is my MAGA hat? I can't fucking find it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I found it. I found it. I found it. Shit. I, I have found my fucking hat.
Hell yeah, man.
Let's fucking go.
You know what's up.
I wasn't even born here, brother. You know what? People who fucking tell me, oh, you hate fucking immigrants. I'm an immigrant myself, motherfucker. You can't fucking tell me that I hate immigrants. I hate immigrants who fucking think that they can come here and leech out of the fucking government. Listen, when you come here, I don't give a fuck if you paid your coyote last night. I have family members who paid their coyote on a fucking Friday. They started working on a Monday, trying to pay off their fucking debt. Right? Stay out of trouble. Keep doing your
Yeah.
shit. I have nothing against immigrants. Listen, if you wanna be if you want to come in if you want to come in illegally, do it. But at the same time, come in here not expecting a fucking leech. Don't become that leech, right? Don't become that person. And guess what? Everybody that I know has become a U.S. citizen, right? I am,
You can become a U.S. citizen through legal channels. There is a proper way to
but
do
that's
it.
my point exactly. Everybody who I know that has made it here illegally has made their way to the legal version of who they were. And I'm like, you know what? I want that part. I love that part. I love that story. But not these
But
fuckers who.
y'all want to be here for the right reasons versus somebody who's just looking for asylum and coming over here illegally just to hide.
And suck the fucking teeth of our wealth. I'm like, no, dude, get out there and work your ass off like everybody else. Work your ass off like everybody else has. We all deserve a second chance by all means. But at the same
Oh yeah,
time,
for sure.
I want you to work like everybody else is working. I'm working my ass off. I pay taxes. I do my I do my due diligence,
Right.
and so
You
should
got an
you.
amazing collection right behind you. An amazing collection.
Thank you.
Even that globe back there. I know it's hiding behind everything else, but that Heineken globe, that's cool.
Brother, listen. Life is supposed to be lived, and now when I see people lifting up their fucking flags, right? I don't know where the fuck they're from, and I'm like, hey, listen, I'm from Honduras. You will never see me fucking lifting a Honduran flag on any fucking protest. Look, me, U.S. flag. You know where I live? The United States.
And that's because you want to be here.
Because I love being here. I love the United States. This is the place that fucking loves me, being here. I pay taxes. I pay this. I pay that.
Oh yeah, brother. I can tell you, as a red-blooded patriot, man.
How
I
many
love that
people?
you're here. I love you. You did it right.
How
You're
many
awesome.
people lift up the Mexican flag, the Honduran flag, whatever? I said, listen, if you love Mexico so bad, why don't you go back? If you love Honduras so bad, why don't you go back? If you love Nicaragua so bad, why don't you go back? And it's not me being a fucking racist. No, by all means, you are disrespecting the place where you live. We should not turn into Honduras. We should not turn into Mexico. We should not turn into Nicaragua. We should not turn into El Salvador. No, this is United fucking States of America.
It takes a big man to say that, brother. You are a big man. You got a big heart, and I love that about you. You're fucking awesome.
And I wasn't born here, bro.
Heineken, man. It don't matter if you weren't born here. You're an American now. Don't ever fucking change, bro. You're awesome. You're fucking awesome.
And I don't hate anybody else, bro. I don't hate anybody else. People who call me, oh, you're whitewashed. No, you're racist. You call me
brother.
people who call me whitewashed. They're the ones being racist against me.
No, and for sure they are, man. Because you wanted to change your life. You came here the legal way. And I'm sure you're busting your ass every day at your job.
Look,
And that's awesome.
I told people, I said, listen, if you come here, I don't care what you do. You can be a busboy, you can clean dishes, you can wash clothes, you can wash cars, whatever the fuck you want to do with your life, as long as you do it the right way. Listen, there's people who are here, right? They're still here illegally. As long as they're, I don't care if they're using their brothers or sisters' social security, but they're still doing it the right way. They want to stay here, right? They kept out of harm's way, and they'll still say, "Hey, Trump, you're doing the right thing," right? Not these fucking Democrats.
Listen to me, brother. As somebody Heineken that has come from a military family, my grandfathers, hell, my uncles, they've all fought in fucking wars, dude. I'm proud to have you here. Good, red-blooded. You understand what it is to struggle. You understand what it is to be here. You wanted to change for the better. You wanted to be here. That's fucking awesome, dude. You kick ass. I love that you're here, man. Don't let anybody tell you some bullshit about yourself. Don't let nobody tell you nothing bad about yourself. Because you're the dude, Heineken, man. You're the fucking dude. You're that big. You're awesome.
They've tried, brother. They've tried. I don't give a fuck about them.
You're fucking awesome, dude. The fact you even invited me up here to let me show off my muscle cars, that's really fucking cool, dude.
I love cars, brother. I love cars. Well, now that you say it, I love that you say that. Because I don't I don't ever do shit because I wanna impress people because I don't impress anybody. Not even my son. He was 15 years old, but he wants to impress his little buddies. Right? I wanna dress like this. I wanna dress the. I'm like, bro, you know what? I'm not paying for those fucking $100 jeans that you wanna fucking wear. I don't do that shit.
You don't need to do this.
I don't impress anybody. I don't have to impress anybody with what I wear. I drive a Ford American fucking car. Right? This is my second car that I've owned. Ford. Everything that I own is always American. I don't own anything Hyundai, China made. No, everything has always been American made, except my Apple Watch. China
Right.
shit. But at the same time,
I'm sure sometimes you might be hard on your son. All fathers are. All fathers are hard on their sons, but you know what? This past couple of years, I actually thank my father for being so hard on me. You know why? Because it made me a man.
yeah, you know what? Joe Biden made us realize that this is a world of people who are fucked up in their fucking own little brains.
Heineken, let me tell you something, brother. Your son's got good blood in his veins. I can tell.
I hope so.
He's got good blood in his veins. One day he's gonna thank you for being so hard on him, man. Just like I thank my father for being so hard on me. And that's coming from a young buck.
Without being physical, you know.
You ain't gotta be physical. You can be hard on that mental state because you have to be hard on their mental state sometimes.
Right.
You're a father. That's what fathers do.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Because I know I see fathers who are not of my age, and they let their fucking kids do whatever the fuck, and I'm like, dude, if you don't instruct your children to be educated, somebody's gonna fucking educate your children.
And usually that education comes in the form of a punch in the mouth.
Or a fucking bullet. Or a fucking bullet.
Well, we don't want it to ever come to that.
But hey, we've seen it where the fucking kid says, fuck you, officer, fuck the cops, and guess what? Fuck around and find out.
Well, Heineken, your kid ain't like that. He ain't never gonna be like that.
I hope. But see, here's the thing: you can lead a horse to water, but you can't never make it a fucking duck, right? So I can give my kid the best education, the best background, but at the same time, whoever he's fucking hanging out with, like I told him, I don't know who you hang out with, but I can only do this much for you. Whether
You
you
can
do,
only give him that guidance.
whether he
You
whether he chooses that pitchfork of a fucking difference.
You can bust his ass. You can bust his ass 6 weeks from Sunday. It ain't gonna change who he hangs out with.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I like the way you said it. Yeah, exactly like that. Like my father never listen. My father was always the my father was always the one who was like the preacher of the house. Like you didn't have to go to church because my father always said things the one way, the one direction. So if you heard it, the one direction, you needed to hear that direction. My father had we're four at home, right? We were four at home. My father never had to repeat himself, saying homework, this, that. At one point, my father never came to me and said, "Hey, is your homework finished?" Because he knew my homework had to be finished. Right? He didn't have to ask me. So I try to do the same thing with my son. Like I don't have to ask him, like, "Is your homework done?" Now I get emails from the fucking school saying these are missing. So I go, "Hey, bro, fuck is wrong with you? There shouldn't be any fucking C's in your fucking grades. You don't do any fucking chores. We don't ask you to do chores. So why is there a fucking C in your grades? A's is telling me that you know what you're doing. B's is like, maybe he missed a homework here and there, but he knows what he wants to."
Here's where I'm gonna differ on you, Heineken, man. It don't matter what his grades are. You know what? You still love him. It don't matter what his grades are.
Oh, it matters. It matters.
Because you know what? Sometimes school don't always teach you right. Sometimes school don't teach you the way you need to learn something. And I hope I'm opening your eyes a little bit, but I was that kid. I did real bad in school. But I've got a good job. I got a good heart. School ain't for everybody, Heineken. It's not. Sometimes they teach you absolute bullshit.
No, you're absolutely right. But at this time, I can tell you that there is not one teacher that tells you or will give you the instructions of how they were taught. They won't give you that class. They won't stand up in the board telling you, whatever. You know, they won't explain the whole class for those.
Right. They're
For
teaching
those,
from a board. They're not sitting down one on one with these
and
students.
it's bullshit. Exactly. Today's classes are bullshit. They'll tell you read chapters 33 through 45, and they give me your fucking outcome.
If it's a grade, just be a little easier on your son.
Back in the day, no, I can't be easier on my son because, see, the thing is, here's the thing. Where I learned how to become the better student was at school. But see, here's the thing. I know at school you get those fucking teachers who are dressing themselves as these are my fucking pronouns. That's where we lose reality. Teachers are losing
Exactly where we lose
perspective,
reality.
right? Teachers are losing perspective on how reality is
Why
happening.
are you trying to teach my son that he's in the wrong fucking box?
Right,
Fuck that. Why aren't you teaching him math and social studies and shit that we were supposed to know?
right, exactly. So
You're teaching him that he's in the wrong box. No, hell no.
so you're absolutely right at that point, but at the same time, like I told my son, I said, if you ever see this shit, can you come to me and tell me that your teachers are telling you that? But he never has.
Well,
So
if his teachers aren't telling him that, maybe
no, no,
you
no.
know.
But see,
I'm
you
gonna tell you what my parents did for
the
me.
teachers
My
know.
teachers,
See,
my teachers
here's the
never
thing.
preached that shit.
But here's the
Right?
thing. The teachers already know who they can comfort that shit with. My son is not one of them.
Right.
The only reason I tell you this is because my son got sick probably a month ago, and he was sick from Monday or Tuesday through Friday, right? So next Monday comes along, and he says, Papi, you know what? You may get a low grade on one of my classes because I didn't dress for PE for 2 days. So little does he know, or little does he know, maybe he didn't know that those 2 days would have affected him because those consecutive 4 days that he missed a PE, even though they are considered registered days that he was missing because he of health hazard.
Yeah, of course.
Now he went from an A to an F. So those 2 days brought him down to from an A to a C because he missed an A to a B. Those 5 days brought him down lower. And I'm like, you know what, brother? You can't fucking lie to me right now and tell me that those 5 days that will not be configured into what you just told me, but you missed 2 days of getting dressed because he never thought he was gonna get sick for 5 consecutive days.
Right. Nobody ever knows they're gonna get sick.
So like I told him, I said, next time you try to lie to me, don't forget that you told me right after the fact, oh, I may have forgotten to dress for 2 days. Bitch, you did that shit deliberately, not knowing that you were going to get sick for the next 5 days. So now your grades dropped drastically. You see, kids think a way that they can get away with. Oh, I have A plus. I can miss 2 days of not getting dressed, but he forgot. What if I get sick? Now I have a fucking D or an F. What am I gonna tell my fucking dad? He says, Dad, I may have forgotten to fucking dress. Bitch, you fucked up. You should always dress for fucking PE.
They can fuck up, man. They can fuck up. I'll agree with you on that. They can fuck
No,
up.
we will always fuck up. See, fuck ups are supposed to are meant to happen.
You're gonna fuck up in life. That's mistakes.
But here's the thing: when I told my son, I said, son, I want you to fuck up in life, but not right now. When you're supposed to do everything good in school, don't fuck up in school because I am looking at you. I am watching you.
You gotta allow him to make some mistakes.
No,
right?
no, no. There should not be any fucking mistakes. You know why? Because he's not doing any fucking chores. He's not doing anything else that takes his eyes off of the books. There's nothing that takes away from him to becoming the A and B student. A and B. A, do you understand it? B, do you want to understand it? You're trying to understand. C's like you're not even trying. D's like I don't give a shit. D's like fuck my dad. I said, son, A's and B's are where you should be at. You have no chores at home. You don't fold clothes. You don't wash clothes. You don't do anything else. But I want you to become the better student than all your fucking peers because you don't have any fucking chores. Now you want to have chores like I did. I still had A's and B's, so I put myself where he's at,
You want that.
where he's not.
He's gonna fuck up, man.
I want him to fuck up, but he will have to man up to where his mistakes are.
Oh,
So
he's gonna have to own
I
it.
will fucking remind him where I was at his age. I say, motherfucker, I I was living with my mom. My dad was absent, right? My dad was traveling.
But if you're talking about not PE, but if you're talking about everyday classes, you know, math, social studies, English, stuff like that, what I'm telling you to do is, man, I know you're a good father. I can tell you're a good father.
When he has no chores, brother, there's no fucking excuse. He should be giving me A's and B's. Period.
Chores, chores ain't shit. Chores ain't gonna make you a better man.
But the thing is, if you have the better fucking grades, you will get the better advantage of getting some fucking school saying, "Hey, you know what? We
Let me
like you
ask
as a
you
fucking
this:
student."
what's his lowest grade outside of PE?
He goes to the fucking gym every day after school. He says,
Right, but what's his lowest grade? Is it math? Is it English? Is it social studies?
"Why should you have a fucking C in English, anyways?
A C in English?
That is ridiculous."
English class fucking sucks, dude. I got a fucking D in that class. I got a D in that class.
Why?
I got a D in it.
Why?
I speak it. I fucking speak it. This shit's boring. But you know what? If it's something else, if he's not understanding the material, you know what my parents did for me? And my parents were brought up hard. You know what my parents did for me? They sat down with me every night and helped me do my homework.
Man, he said, "Try." Okay, I applaud. I applaud that.
Sit down with your son.
Oh no, I don't have to sit down with him. No, no, no. My son is smart enough to know what he needs to fucking do. The thing is, laziness gets in. The internet gets involved.
He can be the most brilliant man in the world, but maybe he doesn't get how they.
No, he gets it, brother. I'm telling you, the internet gets involved. Internet gets involved. Like I told him, I said, if you turn off your fucking phone, the internet gets involved. His mom doesn't reason with me because she's always against me.
He's gonna hate you for it. Take that phone away sometime. Sit down.
I can't take the phone away from him because his mom pays for it. He says, "Mom pays for my shit. You can't take my fucking phone away." I'm like, motherfucker.
You're the fucking father.
I would fucking break that fucking phone right now. But guess what? She paid for it.
You can take that phone away.
I can't take it away. His mom pays for it, so I can't take it away from him. The
You,
first time
you can tell his mom to suck it because
his mom gives him the fucking look. I'm telling you this much.
Heineken.
So the first time,
father, man, right? You're the father, right?
yeah, but I can't take something that I didn't purchase. See, there's certain limits. So I the first time I ever proved to him that I am who I am, I gave him a fucking iPad at 3 years old, right? So I give him an iPad. I said, Papito, why don't you do this? Can you clean up this mistake? This mistake here, you you threw up your fucking Legos here. Clean this shit up. And he looks at his mom, and his mom says, "Do it tomorrow." So
and you know, I'm not trying to tell you how to raise your kid, Heineken. I'm really not. I'm just trying to tell you what helped me when I was a kid.
what I'm telling you right now is your family seems like you guys are tight and a tight knit, but we're not. His mom has always gone one way, and I'll go to the other. So the one night that I he totally understood where I come from was the one night where I gave him an iPad, right? He says, Papito, come here. Can you clean this mess here over here? He looks at his mom. He says, Mom says I can clean it tomorrow. I said, come here. This mess needs to be cleaned right now. Your mom's not involved. Can you look at these fucking toys? Can you pick them up, please? I'm asking you to do it right now, not tomorrow. Your mom's not involved. These are your toys. Your mom didn't fucking do this mess.
Just smack him upside the head.
So before me doing that, right? I said, "Are you willing to clean this up?" He says, "Mom, my dad asked me to do it." And I said, "Hey, motherfucker!" I said, "You see that fucking iPad that I gave you? I gave it to you because I know you deserved it. As of right now, you know what I did? I put it against the fucking wall on an angle. I did a fucking Jackie Chan on it. His mom says,
You hit the Jackie Chan, the Karate Kid.
yes. His mom says, are you fucking crazy? I said, I am fucking crazy for my son. Yes, I am. My son looked at me and he says,
You're crazy because you gotta be.
and she says, you know what? You're fucking nuts. And I said, yeah, I am. Because you are trying to fucking make my son a fucking little bitch. My son needs to fucking understand that he needs to be a fucking man. You know what? You know what she did? Following day, she bought him another fucking pad. But you know what? It wasn't an iPad. Like I told my son, I said, you know what? You know what you did? My son, after that, he listened to me. He said, can you do this? He did it. He did it. Everything I would ask him to do, he would do it.
Hey, Heineken. You know what the greatest thing my dad ever did for me was?
I'm listening.
You know what that was?
I'm listening.
He pumped me in the face.
One time. That's it.
And while he punched me, you know what hit me in the face? Because I called my mom a bitch. He punched me right in the face.
One time. That's all you need.
There I knew I had to respect that man. I said, if I don't do what this motherfucker says, he is serious.
That's what I'm saying, you know? It comes to that point where you need to understand that that kid needs to understand that one person is serious. And I was fucking serious as fuck.
If you punch him in the face, like my dad did for me, he'll respect you. And he'll thank you a couple years down the line for making him a man.
Well, I mean, I did punch him in the face when I fucking broke his fucking iPad. Like, it was like literally, but not, you know what I mean? So he's like, what the fuck? Even his mom says, what the fuck?
One day he's going to come to you, he's going to give you a big old hug, and he's going to say thank you.
No, he does that. He does that. He does on a daily basis. My son hugs me every morning. Our ritual is we hug each other, we love each other, we tell each other we love it. See, I didn't have that with my father.
But has he ever said to you the words, "Thank you for being so hard on me, Dad, because now I'm a man"?
Well, he's not 30 years old as of now. He's only 15. He doesn't know how to be grateful. But every morning
he's gonna get there. He's gonna get there, Heineken, because he has your blood.
But no, and I know that. And I know that because, see, it took me 35 years old or 50 years old so I can send my phone.
Do you forgive your father for everything he's done? Would you?
Oh, no. I was about to tell you the same fucking thing right now. I called my dad the other day and I sent him a voice message saying, Dad, I don't know what you've heard. I don't know what you said. I don't know what this, but you know what? This is how much I love you. So I sent him a voice message.
Right. Thank you for being so fucking hard on me because I'm a man.
Oh, no, he wasn't hard on me at all. I said I didn't become the bitch that. Hold on, I gotta take a fucking leak. Hold on.
And Heineken, I know it's hard. It's hard to hit your kids sometimes, man. But sometimes
they deserve the punch. Hold on, don't go anywhere. I gotta take a leak.
You know, your kid's a boy. He's a man. Sometimes you gotta punch him in the face. I've never thought more of my father than when he punched me in the face. He humbled me that day. And that's what you are, Heineken. I can see it. You're humble. Your father taught you good, man. You there, buddy? I'm gonna share this light out to a couple more people.
I'm here.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm just sharing your life out, brother. Just sharing your life out to a couple of my people. You have some real good people that really deserve to be here if they really want to be here, you know?
It's already fucking 12:40, dude. We've been doing this shit for 2.5 hours. I gotta go to sleep. Fucking hell. I'll do one more beer. I'll do one more beer, then I go to sleep. I gotta go to sleep. I kid you.
Yeah.
This is beer number 11. I gotta go to sleep.
11? I already killed a half bottle of Crown, and I'm on beer number 6.
You're a monster, bro.
No, I just have a ridiculously high alcohol tolerance.
Sounds like that's your problem. That's your problem. I wish I had that problem, but I don't have that problem, bro. But you know what? I'm 50 years old, bro. I can tell you, I started drinking at 16 years old, maybe 15, maybe 13. Who the fuck remembers? But at this point, I'm glad I can fucking last this long, and I can still be right. I don't stutter. I don't right. You will never know. You will never know I'm in beer number 11.
You're just having a good time.
Exactly.
But hey, I dig the Make America Great Again hat, man. That fucking Donnie J hat.
DJT, baby.
DJT. Cheers, brother. But no. Hey, Heineken. Somebody that grew up right, man. Grew up raised on shit from the 70s. I know I might be young, but you got good blood in your veins. I know you do. Your son got that same good blood.
I hope so, bro. I hope so. I hope so.
He's going to come up right eventually, and he's going to realize, hey, you know what? Dad was right all along.
I hope so. I hope so, bro.
You know what? Because fathers, they ain't good fathers like you, they ain't never wrong. And I mean, you might fuck up yourself. That's fine. But if you're going to tell your kid something, I know, because you got that good blood in your veins, Heineken, you ain't never wrong when you tell your son something.
Yeah, true. True. But then again, your son would have those 3 friends to back him up and say, "Oh, your dad is wrong." But it's never gonna. It's never gonna happen.
Heineken, I can tell just by I've followed you before. I've been in here before, but I can just tell you got greatness in you.
Thank you, brother.
You've got that fucking kind of perseverance, that dignity that don't come from anywhere else. You're a hell of a dude, Heineken.
Thank you, really brother. Thank you, brother.
I'd stand back to back with you in a bar and fight every motherfucker in that place.
We got the fucking Avengers. Let's go, motherfucker.
That's right. We go Jackie Chan on those bitches.
I love it.
But hey, don't let nobody get you down, Heineken.
They never have, brother.
You got the stuff of greatness in you. I can already tell. Just like my father taught me well, your father, he taught you right. He taught you right.
Let's fucking go. Let's go.
This means your son's gonna be a great man someday.
I hope so, bro. I hope so. I hope so. I gotta get out of here, bro. I am ready to go to sleep. I am ready. I'm.
Well, hey, I hope I see you again, and take those words with you, man. Heineken, you're a great dude.
Likewise. Thank you, brother.
Your son's gonna make the world proud. I can just tell.